Hey guys, welcome back to Loop Hub. Today we'll talk about 3 Dr. Pimple Popper moments that made fans super uneasy. Let's head into it. Number 3. Wet old newspaper. The color of this pus-filled cyst could surprise even the largest pimple popping fans. In this video, Dr. Pimple Popper compares the squeezed gray mush from the back of her patient to a wet newspaper. And if that strong graphic explanation isn't enough for your stomach to turn around, then we don't know what will. The dermatologist based in LA, whose real name is Sandra Lee, posted a clip last night on her Instagram page. Before reaching in with her hands to force the pus out, she can be seen using a scalpel to slice open the lump on the woman's back. It begins to ooze out, and it looks like a wet, mushy newspaper. She needs 2 hands to get all the old pus out of the back of a woman. As it oozes through the crack, Dr. Lee says, "You've got a wet newspaper in here. That's what we call it." Or like that balut, the type of chicken or quail egg. Oh no, a duck. She then numbs the area a little further so that she can continue squeezing the huge cyst. The woman tells her it feels really strange. Dr. Lee understandingly says, "The only thing I could compare it to is like a C-section, when people are working on you, but you can't really feel what they're doing." She continues to snip away at the edges of the cyst that are still attached to the patient's skin. Finally, Dr. Lee is able to remove the last lump and checks the gap for any remaining pus sacs so that it doesn't grow back. She explains what happens if you leave a little bit of sac wall. They're really thin, and it tears easily, and it grabs to your regular skin, so it's easy for it to potentially stay there. So we look at it really carefully, and we triple check to make sure we get it all, because sometimes they come back. After the procedure, she shows the patient what she managed to squeeze out. She advises her to avoid doing stretches or yoga to minimize tension and ensure the scar has time to heal. Sometimes on the back, not so common on the lower back, but on the upper back, there's a risk of a keloid scar. They're an overgrowth of a tissue when the scar is really raised up, and that's a risk that can happen. It's not something we really have much control over. Some people are more prone to it, but it doesn't sound like you've had one, so that's good. If it gets really raised or itchy as it's healing, it's an indication it might be trying to thicken, so that's something to bring to me or another doctor, because they can inject something in it to settle it down, so it won't get big. Dr. Lee gets the patient stitched up, so she's left with a nice neat scar. After the procedure is done, she shows the woman what was squeezed from her back. Pointing to the wet newspaper pus, she explains this is all just wet skin cells that have been mashed in there. By the way, make sure to stay until we reach number 1, because I promise it's going to be amazing. Number 2, the chunky eye cyst.
He's stuck in there. It don't want to come out that easy.
Yeah, holy moly. Dr. Pimple Popper, also known as dermatologist and TLC host Dr. Sandra Lee, MD, pops a chunky cyst right next to the eye of a patient in a new Instagram video. You won't believe how much gunk comes from the eruptive formation, even though the cyst appears to be small and fairly normal. Dr. Lee makes an incision into the cyst in the clip and starts pressing carefully, but the stubborn cyst, without a fight, doesn't want to give in. In there, it's trapped. Dr. Lee, trying to force out the cyst, tells the patient. Finally, Dr. Lee is able to push out the contents of the cyst successfully, and boy, does this cyst give more than anticipated. With some patient squeezes, a huge amount of white, chunky, dense material comes out. At the film, fans were completely mortified in the best way, of course. One fan said, "I did not expect this from that little bump." Yeah, that blossomed into a nasty little flower. Another commenter added, "You know what they say, April showers carry cyst flowers. I'll see myself out." An epidermoid cyst, which includes a set of wet dead skin cells and keratin, is possibly the cyst. This cyst form, including the delicate eye area, can occur on the face, neck, and body. Wow, do you feel as surprised as I am? Watch the cyst flower bloom. Number 1, exploding fireworks. Want to see a spectacularly surprising display? Dr. Pimple Popper, also known as dermatologist and TLC host Dr. Sandra Lee MD, celebrates squirting cysts and blackheads with a cringe-worthy compilation in his Instagram video. The disturbing variety of these particular pops will make your jaw drop in horror. Released on July 4, the clip is set to the sound of fireworks bursting. It is definitely apt. The video shows Dr. Lee making incisions that are obviously under a lot of pressure into a series of cysts and blackheads. The pops come squirting out in pretty startling bursts until punctured. As gunk comes shooting out, try not to blink. I wasn't ready. One viewer commented, "None of us were." Another commenter added, "God, I hope you wear a face shield all the time." Thankfully, viewers of Dr. Lee will know she's usually pretty protected and very good at dodging rogue pops. Dr. Lee also posted a complete YouTube video named 4th of July Pops and Fireworks Spectacular for the July 4 holiday, featuring a wide set of cyst bursts, blackhead pops, and blasts of lipoma. Talk of a celebration. What do you think about these videos? How did you feel watching them? Let us know in the comment section. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.